Mobb Deep and and Nas and Cormega and all those guys. I didn't know same with like Biggie and Pac and everybody. I didn't know that those guys were I didn't think 20 years down the road that I'm gonna look back on those days and just be like, damn.
I've been with Mobb Deep my whole life. I didn't realize how big P was until he passed. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I think one thing that is missed in a lot of things. Oh, no doubt. I think one thing that's missed is I think people sleep on Havoc's production as well.
Oh yeah.
Because a lot of people's favorite G Unit songs produced by Havoc. Y by Jadakiss produced by Havoc. And I don't think people really appreciated how deep Mobb Deep really was, and how much their sound rubbed off on a lot of people, and how unique the Mobb Deep sound was, and how far it went. I don't think people really understood that in the moment, and that's why I feel that sometimes they get slept on just a little bit. Because I don't, Havoc, to me, Havoc and P at the same time, I don't think that the fame meant much to them. It is, Havoc didn't produce by Havoc on everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I look at Havoc and P as the best rap group in hip-hop, period. Nobody can get on stage and produce that many hits as Havoc and P. You know what I'm saying? I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? So, Havoc, for me, Havoc he won a Grammy. I think he won 2 Grammys with Kanye West's album. He did 2 Grammys on his album too. That was recently too. So, for me, like you said, he don't get recognized that much. I don't think as far as his production. But if you put him up, like a perfect example, Alchemist is a monster. You know what I mean? Nobody can fuck with him. He's number 1 right now.
No
but
question.
If you put him up against Havoc, it's hard to say that he's better than Havoc because Havoc did 2 platinum albums, 5 fucking gold albums. You know what I'm saying? And he produced those himself.
And Havoc didn't have one sound either. He experimented with a lot of different things and made countless different types of records. You know what I mean? Where you didn't hear the beat and be like, oh, this is Havoc. Like how you think of a Dr. Dre. Like when you hear a Dr. Dre beat, you know it's a Dr. Dre beat. You know what I mean? But Havoc did so many different styles of beats that I think that's what made him crazy. But that's always been one of my favorite producers, man. And there was a time people forget that.
If you look at
people forget that there was a time that Prodigy was considered the top MC in New York. People forget that. When he dropped his solo album, there was a 3-year period where the conversation was Jay, Nas, and Prodigy. That's real facts. People really, you know what I mean? And people forget that, man, and rightfully so. That he should have been considered the best.
Especially around the time when Murder Music was coming out, and he dropped on Quiet Storm, then came with Illustrious, which was one of the hardest versions that he did. But
one thing that Prodigy doesn't get enough credit for is he was one of the first dudes that were at the top of the East Coast to put a South dude on a song. When he did the song with BG.
We got Black.
He was one of the first guys to do that, and people don't give him credit for that. He was one of the first guys that did that.
Don't forget the first time they did it was with 8 Ball MJG. Remember that? That was the first time.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Album.
Yes, sir.
That was the first time. So they've been on it. We like it. I'm saying for me, when the South dude rhymes regular, like the way we rhyme, and he got the accent, it sounds dope. So P always liked it that. So that's why you we got to get them on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's one thing that Mobb Deep doesn't get credit for. It is to step outside the region, and at that time especially, where everybody had their specific sound, and to make a record and put somebody from a different region that had a totally different sound on your record, that was a big leap to take. Because like I said, everybody had their own sound back then, so it's hard to. Nobody's willing to take that risk back then. But he was one of the Mobb Deep was one of the first ones to do that. I didn't look it up or anything, but I know that's one of the first albums I heard that had people from the South on it. And you know, a lot of those guys ended up being legends themselves. And free BG, by the way. You know what I mean? But
yes.
But yeah, man, they don't. Mobb Deep gets slept on a lot. I don't know why either, man. Because Mobb Deep, like, man, the amount of ill shit that the Mobb Deep and Infamous Mobb made over the years, man, is just insane, man.
You know, it's crazy,
we actually going on.
Go ahead.
A tour. We actually doing a tour. Nobody knows this. I'm gonna be the first time to say it.
We get exclusive here.
So we're doing a tour.
Exclusive.
We're doing a tour. Infamous Mobb, Noid, Chinky, Havoc, Alchemist, the whole crew. We're doing a tour, 30 days across the United States. It's coming up. We're working on it. It might be in June. I think June, July, around that time.